Hello, fellow Gwent players. Welcome to every scenario artifact in Gwent, where I will be looking at every of these scenario artifacts from each faction. I will also be ranking them, starting off with the worst, moving on to the best, and yeah, give my opinions on the cards, give reasons as to why they're good, why they're bad, what's the best way to trigger them, and etc, etc. So let's just get this going. Alright, so we're gonna start from the bottom, and I don't think there's any surprise to when I say that Passiflora, the Syndicate artifact scenario, is definitely the worst one. And as it is the first of these scenario artifacts, I will also explain how these scenarios work to the people who don't know how they work. So basically, you play this artifact and you're gonna have this prologue start, which spawns a Passiflora Peaches onto your side of the field. And then progress, meaning you get to chapter 1, is made whenever you play a unit with the Fee ability. So something like Borzodi, Coerce Blacksmith, you name it, anything with a Fee ability spawns this to move up a chapter. In this case, chapter 1 being to spawn a Swindle, which is a pretty simple card, which gives you 3 to 5 profit, depending on your luck, basically. So that's basically just there to give you coins for your spender to spend it all. Then if you play another unit with the Fee ability, the chapter 2 gets activated and you spawn an Eavesdrop, which gives you 5 profit, and then puts a card from your hand to the bottom of the deck. And after that, you've officially completed that scenario. Now, why would a lot of people say that this Syndicate one is pretty bad? Well, for one, it doesn't actually give you a lot of points, because it just gives you profit. It just gives you money in the bank, which in Syndicate is technically points, but Passiflora Peaches still needs you to have 4 coins in the bank on the prologue for it to be a 5-point engine, and you want obviously this to be a 5-point engine as it is an engine. So the problem with this card is basically that the chapter 1 and chapter 2 is kind of unnecessary. It's really not that great. You can probably get like 10 profit out of it max, and that's if you get lucky on Swindle. Or maybe if you play the leader ability line Pockets, you can get more profit for this, but usually it just plays for an average of 9 profit, which, I mean, you can just get that easily with something like Siggy for the same provisions, plus, I mean, without the Passiflora Peaches, but Passiflora Peaches just dies anyway, and Siggy's also faster to get you the 9 profit, but no one plays Siggy, so that's also the reason why no one really plays this card. I mean, it's good to play obviously the Fee abilities, and then you also get extra coins with the Fee abilities, but you also have to be very cautious of not over profiting, which is actually very easy to do with this. But I think this is very underwhelming compared to all the other scenario cards, obviously. So we're gonna get to those later, but now we're gonna play one game with this and see how it goes. Alright, we're playing against Pincer Maneuver. Okay, so the thing is, I could actually just play for the Passiflora in round 1, because I know the thing gets boosted by 1 if I activate the Tiger's Eye. And then I could just play like random Fee abilities, and that's okay. I mean, is that bad? That's not too bad, because I have like a good short round. I have good like Borzodi stuff as well. I think that's perfectly fine, honestly. Because the thing with this is, if he has artifact removal, it's just gonna get removed, and I'm gonna cry because of it. So yeah, I think I just do this. I actually killed it with boiling oil. That's okay. So this gives me money now to spend on absolutely nothing. Great. I mean, I have Sea Jackal, so that's okay. Wait, so I have to... Do I have to spend the money on this Dire Mutated Hound so I don't over profit with Sea Jackal? I think that's actually how it is. Wow, that's pretty bad, actually. That's really bad. Cause like I can't actually use the spending. Wow, that is really bad. Oh my god, why is this so bad? You're gonna over oh wow, this is really bad. Did not think it was gonna be that bad, but it was pretty bad. It was actually worse than I thought it would be. I could actually Philippa this and win the game. Win the round, not win the game. I could also play Kalkstein. I don't think this guy plays like anything that needs to be purified, so I think I just play Kalkstein and boost the Sea Jackal up. I could also spend on Dire Mutated Hounds, but yeah, that's okay. Play all my big cards this round because like Baron is pretty scary in this matchup. I'll say shoot. Can he do this in 2 cards? I mean, can he do this in 1 card? That is what I'm wondering. Oh, he's gonna blow me out anyway with his artifact. I could go for poison on one of these mutated hounds. Sure. And maybe spend some money on Dire Mutated Hound. Do I want to do that? I think he's gonna pass here. If not, then I can use the money on Dire Mutated Hound next round. Okay, can he actually do this? Oh, he can do 10 in 1 easy. Well, I would like to play Blacksmith, but I do need this. I don't have an insured spender for the next few rounds. I mean, Borzodi might be one, but it's not 100%. I'm gonna actually spend the money on the Dire and actually just use this for like a dip in the Puntar on one of these dudes. And that should force him to pass. He's actually gonna keep going here. What the hell? Alright, you know, wait, how can he do this in 1? I mean, Baron, okay, how much is Baron in this case? Baron is 9 plus 6 is 15. So yeah, he can do it with Baron. So I think I have to get out of this here now, because Baron has quite a huge reach. Yeah. So he's Shoop, I think. Yeah, he's definitely Shoop. I don't think there's any way this guy is not Shoop. It's like Mulligan Puntar. Is he gonna dry? I don't think he's dry passing though. I think I have to keep playing this out here. Oh, he's actually dry passed. Alright, so I have to play the Sea Jackal here. Feels kind of bad. I mean, of course, Blacksmith. Don't need Fist Tech if I have this. 1 Slander could be okay, but I would like Madame Louise. So I think I'm mulligan this. Okay, dip. I think I'll just play Pickpocket for now. Play some uninteractive stuff. Actually, no, I maybe should have. Actually, no, I can play Savala with the money. Like, I'm losing out on 1 coin, but that's okay. I could Philippa this. Do I want to, though? Not necessarily. Maybe I should have played Azar Javit first. I always forget this guy gives you 3 profit. I could also play Dip and a Pontar here. This shows that his deck is very reactionary. I'm over profiting by a lot, though, if I do that. I think I just play Savala here. Actually, no. I could just play Philippa as well, but that's not too good. I think I just play Morel's 4/4 without using the tribute. Wait for like a good card to use Philippa on. I could Philippa this. Do I want to though? Not really. I guess I can go bank over profits as well though. What if I just Philippa this? I think I just Savala here. Feels kind of weird, but okay. So we over profit by 1. I shouldn't have played Pickpocket before Azar. Okay, there's Mata. That's okay. I think I just played Javit for now. And pay the tribute. It's okay. Keeps our Borzodi alive. Could have also played Dip on this. He's got Lambert. That is annoying. So I just dip in the Pontar now. Okay. Actually has Centurion Knight. I could Philippa this, honestly. But I want to Philippa something bigger, so I think I just poison the Yamata here. Ooh, there's Redea. Do I just Philippa the 6? Yeah, I think I just Philippa the 6 here. Should be okay. This is my Graydon target. So he's gonna play Prince Anses with this. Alright, there's Falibor. Oh my god, what is this? So I think I Graydon the Dea. Oh god. Oh, please hurry up. Oh, please hurry up. Let's just do that. Yeah, should be okay. Gives me 9 profit to just wipe the board with Borzodi. That's pretty good. So we over profit. That's okay though. So I think we lose this because his Shoop's pretty powerful. Okay, it's 8 a lot of damage. It's pretty good. But he's also had Vincent. Yeah, so we lose this pretty badly as well. I don't know. Play Sea Jackal, I guess. That's the most points. Yeah. Pretty bad loss to Northern Realms there. Is it the fault of the artifact? Probably not. Alright, so I'll be the first to admit that I'm not the best player in Syndicate, that's for sure. But I think I can speak for everyone when I say this is not the greatest of scenario artifacts. Simply put, you play a card with fee, and you get the coins immediately. So you're not actually able to spend the coins before you get the money. So you have to always be able to spend the money before you get the money, which is why no one's actually going to play it within Syndicate, because it's just not good enough. So let's move on to the next one. Haunt. Progress whenever you play a Death Wish. So this is Death Wish synergy. Now, why is this the second worst? Well, simply put, all this really just gives you is more consume stuff. Because on the prologue, you spawn a Desert Banshee, which has the order ability to consume a card. Then you play Barghest on Chapter 1, which consumes 2 cards. And at last, you get the Death Wish Night Wraith card. And like compared to Syndicate, this is already a lot better. This works really well for certain cards, which I do play in this deck. It gives you lots of consumes. It really balances out the amount of consume cards and Death Wish cards you can put into your deck. And it is a decent little artifact. But a lot of people obviously don't like it because it just gives you too much consume. And consume in this current meta is very susceptible to something like poison. If your opponent has big removal, these consume cards will obviously be in a lot of danger. So that's why people don't really rate this one as much, but I don't think it's that bad. But I do understand why people would say it's one of the worst ones, and it definitely is one of the worst ones compared to the others. Alright, and this is the deck I will be playing around Haunt. Simply put, I'm going to go for double Ruahin. That is the whole idea, because you're going to get a lot of consume cards with the Haunt artifact, and what you do is you play Ruahin, then play Death Shadow during the same turn that you play Haunt to trigger at least Chapter 1 with this, because that is important when playing these scenario artifacts, is that you are able to trigger at least 1 chapter within the turn that you are playing it. And that is the goal with this deck, obviously, with Ruahin. Now the problem is if it gets yoinked by Philippa or something, or Muzzle, or Enslaved, that's obviously a big problem, but we'll still try and see if we can get it to work. Alright, we're playing against the Root Sandstorm. Precision Strike. Elves probably, with something like Igni and Scorch, presumably, which obviously isn't too great for us. It's actually kind of a good hand. But I do play Kiran sometimes, so might not want to play this Penitent first. Might want to play something like Barbigazi. I'll play Barbigazi. Deny him Blue Mountain elite value as well. I might play for Glusty this round. Okay, played for Vanguard. Why do you put this out of 3? It's weird. So I'll play for Penitent here. I'll play for Beast. Beast is actually pretty good. I think I'll play for Beast.
They can hide, but there is no escape.
Okay, so he's killed my rats, but I'm gonna spawn a Harpy now, real quick, real easy.
I never miss.
Okay, I can't actually play for... because he has Scorch, right? He plays for Scorch. I can't play for Goliath. Goliath just, like, runs into Scorch like nothing else. So I think I just play for Penitent. Or do I play for... Oh, no, Barghest just runs into Scorch as well. Wait, why did I just play Goliath? Oh, my God. Oh, no, I didn't actually want to play Goliath. I wanted to play Penitent. I just... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Alright, he's still giving us a pass, though, so we're good. Wait, he doesn't play Scorch, but he plays Igni? Okay, so we got Igni out of him, that's good. Now he's also gonna get Ellerin out. Yeah, that was pretty scary. It's actually good that we played Goliath then. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gotten ahead then. Oh my god. I was actually kind of genius in secretly. Okay. Do I need 2 Barghests? Not really. Karen's kind of good, so I can actually get rid of Barghest. What is the Death Wish unit that I have? I can also mulligan Penitent, honestly. It's either Barghest or Penitent. It's probably Barghest, though. Okay, we got Naglfar. Hopefully Naglfar finds us. I think I just play Night Wraith here. Okay. So he can Oak the Karen. I think I still play Karen here.
Follow me this way.
Okay. So play this for 12. Does he also have Scorch? Igni and Scorch in the same deck. He might, you know. He just might. Oh no. He's going all out. He's gonna smork me here. So I have to play Ruahin here. And I'll find Haunt 100%. Alright, so he's going full smork mode. That's good for us then. So Naglfar for Haunt. A Death Shadow here. Play this back row. Play Barghest back row. Okay, so he's passed. And this is... So it's pretty good. Death Wish. How good is Endrega Eggs? Endrega Eggs is a 7. A 4 plus it's a 9. Wait, how is he so many points up here? When did that happen? Oh, I forgot about the Ruahins. Ah, I could have actually just played Whispering Hillock. I forgot about that. Eh, whatever. I forgot that the Ruins will come back. Completely lost my train of thought there. Okay, that's good. For Glusty. Oh, that's actually really good for Glusty. It sounds actually really good for Glusty, so I think I just play for it. Alright, got the egg. I'm gonna have the warrior, then I'm gonna have the other egg. Oh my god, so many eggs.
May your sword and arm be
Do I just kill? I think I just killed this. This is gonna get 6 value anyway, so this is fine.
you seek.
Now if he has Scorch, he obviously will win here. But if he doesn't, we could be good here. Okay, it's kind of late.
The white frost and
Oh, he was gonna do it on the Swordmaster. So we get lots of value actually here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, that's a lot of drones for my Glusty to eat. Unless he has to reveal now, of course, then it's obviously really bad. But he doesn't have to reveal. Nice. To reveal would have been game winning for him. I don't think now we could be good unless he has Scorch. But I think he has the Etriel as his last card, which obviously ain't enough here. So, Monster Haunt, let's go. Alright, so let's talk about Haunt. Haunt is really good if you're playing something like Ruahin or Detlaf Higher Vampire. Other than that, I don't really see why you would play this card. And in Monsters, really the only leader that can trigger this up to Chapter 1 in the same turn that it's played is Death Wish, because that's the only leader card that actually plays a card during its turn or its leader ability and doesn't spawn or, you know, give shield and 3 boost or something. You can only really play this properly with the Death Shadow leader ability. It is a pretty scary card if you have either Ruahin or just a lot of Death Wish cards that can just be feasted on. It's okay. It's not the best, obviously. So let's just move on to the next one. Siege. The next one of these is Siege. So this one's built around siege engines. On the prologue, you spawn a reinforced trebuchet, which damages every unit on the ranged row from the enemy, then battering ram on chapter 1, and then bombardment on chapter 2. Now, bombardment is a very powerful finisher for this because technically you should have 4 of these siege engines by the time that bombardment is played, which means this bombardment is already going to get 8 value from the damage split randomly, which is pretty scary for certain decks, especially against Scoia'tael. This is really strong because they do like to swarm the board with units, and you're just gonna kill every single one of these units, obviously. So siege, very powerful, very explosive. That's probably the strongest thing about this, is that this is one of the most explosive ones if you're able to trigger up to chapter 1 with it. And that's what we're going to do with this deck that we are playing. With Northern Realms, you don't really have any problems filling out your deck because you have the very basic golds that should be in every single one of your Northern Realms deck. This time we have Avalak added to it, and the bronze package pretty much is just these siege engines with a single Adern Mauler, then also Boiling Oil and Bombardment added to it because they do synergize with things like Reinforced Ballista, or like Bombardment just simply synergize with the amount of machines that Northern Realms has at their repertoire anyway. So could be an interesting one. Let's just try it out. All right, we're playing against Death Shadow. We're probably gonna get a scenario matchup, see who has the strongest scenario. Could be interesting. So we kind of want to win round one. It's gonna be not too easy though, with this hand at least. Okay, Avalok's okay though. Andrega Larva? Huh. We could just use Bombardment right away for this, right? Or Avalok. How good is Avalok here? I think I just Avalok this, yeah. Frost it up, kill them boys, or them larvas. Foglet, okay. So just play my Caraballista here. Hopefully it kills the other. Okay, nice, it does kill the other. Oh, he's played Goliath. What's my highest? Do I want to get rid of Volleybor? Not really, to be perfectly honest. Oh, we got a good card with Vincent here, but we're gonna play it slow with the Siege Towers, then Ballista, and then Bombardment. Wait, what? Okay, sure. That's fine with me. That's a bit annoying, because I don't have Baron in my hand. I'm gonna just play for my Reinforced Ballista. He actually TA'd the Andrega Larva, I didn't realize that at first. Okay, there's Larva. I think I reinforcements the Ballista, give it more charges to shoot, like, this Foglet. I guess just keep hitting this Warrior, because we don't have Baron anyway. This does give him kind of good information, though, that I don't have these cards. So this plays for Bombardment plays for 10 now, because he's not gonna kill any of these anyway. Okay, so he's passed. That is pretty good. So we can just basically force out like a lot out of him with the siege. We can bleed him with the siege and then just late round Philippa or something. We don't have Volleybor, which kind of sucks, but I guess I just take it how it is. Battering Ram. Battering Ram can be influenced by something like Foglet, so I actually mulligan it. Boiling Oil's okay. It's not necessary, though, against this matchup. Is it? It could be okay. I guess I get rid of Boiling Oil here. That's kind of annoying. Let's play Mauler first, see what he does. If he plays his Andrega Larvas, we just immediately Bombardment. Okay, Mata. That's fine. I don't see this guy playing any control. But he's played Mata back row. Maybe I shouldn't have hit this. Maybe this is perfect for siege now. This probably was my siege turn. I think I just play my leader here. Yeah, just play siege and get Baron. Because Baron's powerful in this matchup. And then we just play for... I think we play for Reinforced Ballista. And leave all of the... I don't know. Do I play Baron back row? I could play Baron back row here. It's actually not too bad. Like, it's really bad if he has, like, Karathi Heatwave. But this deck does not look like it's playing Karathi Heatwave. Which one's he gonna yoink? Oh, he's actually yoinked this. One of the better ones. Okay. That's alright. Now we can kill the Bargus, which is pretty nice. I don't know if he actually can kill the Bloody Baron. Alright, he's playing Naglfar for what? For Karen. Okay. That's pretty good. For us. I think I just play War Chariot here. Where's Wygern? Is he gonna eat it? Okay. Whatevsies. I don't care. This gives me a nice Vincent. Oh, he's actually... What? He's playing for Kikimora Queen. Why? That's terrible. That is actually kind of terrible. Do I Philippa this? I guess I Philippa this. Okay. We just Vincent here for a nice little 9. Oh, actually, it's a 10-point card. That's pretty good. I don't think he can win this. I don't think there's a... Why is he playing Kikimora Queen? He's playing Osril now, that's for sure. But, like... Why? I guess you can play this again, but it's not gonna be enough. What a weird deck. What a weird deck I just played against. So yeah, you just saw in these games how much potential this card actually has, but it's really only good if you win round 1, to be fair. This is actually the case with a lot of these scenarios. If your opponent manages to bleed you out of this scenario, especially in Machine Northern Realms, this is really bad. Because what this card does, it gives your low provision cards that are siege engines, that should be siege engines, at least. This card gives these low provision cards a very high value, basically, simply because of the amount of siege engine that it generates and the amount of value you get with cards like Bombardment. Now, this is one that you can actually consider playing and actually getting to pro rank with on a consistent basis, if that's what I want to call it. But you can definitely get to pro rank with a siege deck, so make sure to check that out when you can. Feign Death is the next one of these scenario cards. Now, Feign Death has kind of lost its hype at the start, because now not a lot of people add this card into the deck because they do realize that Oak simply is better than this. And they're not wrong, but the main problem people had with this is the fact that if your opponent ran artifact removal, it's just a 3-point card for 12 provisions, and who actually wants that? And another problem is that this scenario really only works with elves exclusively. Say, for example, you spawn Elven Deadeye on the prologue. Chapter 1, you spawn 2 Elven Deadeyes, then you spawn a Waylay. Even point-wise, this is not that great. Point-wise, the ceiling is 15 points, but obviously it helps cards like Yavin, Isengrim to get an absurd amount of points in the process. And this is the deck I've built around it. It is not a Precision Strike deck, because it is a Call of Harmony deck. Call of Harmony being able to play any Skirtle card, depending on how many races you have in your deck, the provisions get higher. In this one, I have 8 provisions, so I run 8 different races, or primary tags, as the game likes to call it, with things like Call of Forest, Great Oak, as well as Murilega, even Morana Runestone, Waylay as a one-off, and in the 4 provision department, I have Hawker Support and Dwarven Skirmisher. And all of these races together make up the 8 provisions, but obviously most of the deck is elves. And with 8 provisions, the highest provision card that you can get out of it is Isengrim. You can also get Yavin or even the Murilega into Etriol combo if you really need to in later rounds. And yeah, that's the whole idea of this deck, is to be able to play Feign Death and then also play another elf to get to Chapter 1, which is basically the goal of most of these scenarios, is to not play for artifact removal and complain that artifact removal exists, but rather to build around these scenarios and make them at least get, good value for what you pay for them. In this case, you just get 9 value for 12 provisions if it gets destroyed after you get to Chapter 1, but that's not too bad because you spawned 3 elves, which gives you extra points on Yavin and Isengrim, as well as giving you nice amount of units for Oak. And that's the deck. Let's just get into a game with it. Alright, we're playing as Imperial Formation. So a bit of poison. Goodness. Let's just see what we can do here. Dwarven Skirmisher can leave. I guess still Bafana Bowman can also leave. That's good or bad though. So just play for Half Elf Hunter. I think we're just gonna play for tempo this round. We have the Feign Death in hand, so we can actually just bleed. Actually, no, we like going for long round 3. That's actually not too bad for us, because we do swarm quite a bit. Wow. Actual Elbow Pikeman. Wow, okay. Guess I'll just try and deal with it. I guess it's Shoop then, if he's playing like Pikeman. Why don't we have movement? Where's my movement? I think I'd rather get rid of the Elbow Pikeman here. We got a lot of tempo here. I might actually just pass next turn or something. Maybe play Half Elf Hunter, but I do like Half Elf Hunter. Now we got Vernistel in hand, that's fine. Okay, Thunder for 5. So just keep playing tempo here. I might have to play for Isengrim or like Yavin or something through Call. Okay, so he's playing the Shoop deck. Oh, okay. I mean, he needs 7 points. He's got Leader though. He does have Leader. I think I just play Isengrim for now. Should put me up by quite a bit here. Should force him out of the round as well. I need the Sapper for Purify. I can't actually just play this. He needs 21 points. Can he get 21 points in 2 cards without Leader ability? Mata? Okay. Alright. I mean, it's good they played Mata now, but he's given himself time. Can he play 15 points in 2 turns? I don't want to play Malayan. He's like the triple Shoop variant, and he's gonna bleed. So I think I need to win this round. So I think I have to play Malayan. Yeah, just Malayan back.
Some things cannot be forgiven.
This should force him out, most definitely. Shoop. Okay, we got Shoop out of him. But he can always play it again with the Sire, obviously. Damage an enemy by 4. So now he needs 12. The 8, what's her name? I forgot her name. But the other Shoop card does 13, so he actually can do it in 1. Do I want to play like Vernasil here? I can't play the Guardian. It's too slow. I don't want to waste Vernasil though. I can't waste Vernasil. It's too many points. I think I can play Vryhead Sapper for the moment. See where that gets me. Okay, so he's passed. Nice. So we force him out. We can go for long round then. That's pretty good. And long round is pretty good for us, especially against Shoop. So our leader's probably going to be for Yavin. We're going to pass here. We're going to go for long round. We could also try and Smork. Yeah, we could also try and Smork, but I think long round is more beneficial for us. Oh no, Yavin? We already found Yavin. Oh my god, we have no more... Like, we cannot draw any gold cards anymore. That's kind of funny. Dragoon... Is he going to play any more, like, movement stuff? I don't know. Whatever. I think I can play Feign Death turn 1, realistically. But I could play for, like, something more reactionary, in all fairness. I'm going to just play my Bowman for now. He might Swears it. He's definitely Swearsing this. Nope. Okay, he's playing for that. I guess I just Mirana Runestone here. Oh! 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not even that good. It runs into Peter. I'd rather just play this Chariot. Give me more units on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it would have been 6. But it plays into Peter. I don't want to play into Peter for no reason. Okay. It's playing pretty annoying. Guess I'll just play Vernasil here. I think he might play like... Yeah, he could actually play something like Defender. So we can actually like move with Vryhead Dragoon on the Defender. I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay, there is the Radea. Is he gonna play like Damien? He might actually just play something like Damien. So Yavin's on 10 right now. There's Cobra. I think what I'm gonna do now is just play Feign Death into leader. At this point it doesn't really matter. We've got a lot of points on him already. Yeah. Plus we swarm the board, which is good for us. And he had the invocation, so we actually got nice value out of it then in the end. We actually got some pretty decent value out of it. Oh, okay, yeah, Peter. So we got 6. We got 11 elves. We can actually kill this Nilfgaardian Knight with our Yavin, which is pretty cool. Oh, we actually can't. I mean, he doesn't have Peter anymore, so it's okay. Okay. There's his Vincent. Sure. Okay. That's fine. So I just play for Etriel now. Play Muri Lega for the points. But he's gonna kill it anyway, so... Wait. Okay. He's had to play front row, which is pretty good for me, because I just get a nice little Muri Lega value there. I think there's no way we lose at this point anymore. It's like... We've swarmed the board. He's played for poison, but like he has no points. Where are your points, mate? Oh, that's pretty good though. It's not gonna be enough though, because we got them oak things. You know how it is. You know, I mean, it's good. You got a pretty good surrender, but in the end, you just surrendered to me anyway. So pretty good. As you saw in this game, the Feign Death got 9 value, even though it was still removed, which was pretty good still, because it gave us more points on Yavin, it gave us more units on Oak, and that's what we want to do. That's what you want to do with Scoia'tael. You want to flood the board with mid-point cards, like low to mid-point cards, like 3 or 4 point cards, and just swarm the entire board with it. Like Feign Death got removed, and it still got nice value, simply because we were able to play it up to Chapter 1 with the Call of Harmony. And that's why a lot of people who are currently playing Precision Strike aren't really playing Feign Death, but rather play something like Igni or Scorch and Shiru, because that just works better with Precision Strike. But if you want to play Feign Death, I think Call of Harmony is the best version for the Feign Death elf archetype, simply because it is able to trigger it to chapter 1, and that is what is the most important thing about these artifacts, is that you're able to get the most value in one turn. Which brings me to the next artifact, Gedineth. Now, this, a lot of people would consider the best artifact, and I will get to that later why some people would consider this the best one. But from the points, it just creates a Crow Clan Preacher, then it creates a Crow Eye Rhizome, and then it creates a Mardrome, which is actually 18 points, but that's if the Crow Clan stays alive. But then people figured out to do some pretty nonsensical stuff with this artifact. Because with the help of Second Wind and Ermion, you're actually able to trigger all of these chapters during the same time. So you can play Second Wind for leader ability into Ermion the same turn you play the Gedineth. Then you can use Ermion to resurrect a Crow Clan Druid to trigger the Gedineth again. Simply put, you play 2 Druids during the same turn, which is pretty insane actually. And a lot of people would think that I would have put this in 1, but I still think that Nilfgaard's artifact in general is just better because of the power that it has. But we'll get to that one later. We're going to talk about this for the moment, because the whole combo of the Ermion into the Crow Clan Druid into the Gedineth during the same turn is a total of 33 points, which is absolutely insane in something like a short round. So if you can somehow win round 1 and play this for the short round, it's going to be very good for you. But a lot of people will bleed you if they know what deck you are playing. And if you are Second Wind and simply play one of these Crow Clan Druids, I think everyone will know what kind of deck you're playing. So let's just see how we do with this for now, and maybe try and pull this off during the same turn. Unless we get bled, in that case, we're going to be very sad. Alright, we're playing against the Precision Strike. That's the name. Took me a while there, so we're probably playing elves. We find Crow Mother, we find Gedineth. That's already very good cards to find. Or also the Crow Clan Druid is very good to have. Maybe we don't need 2 Freya's Blessings here. Okay. Well, I just play Bear first. Sure. Maybe Grimace isn't the greatest in this matchup either. Might have to play for Grimace as well. Yeah, maybe I should play for Crows first. Yeah, just develop my priest at this point. Okay. So just play Crow Mother here. This deck actually manages to keep up pretty well with tempo from these other decks. There's Yavin, okay. Just play these Crow Messengers for now. Wait, how many points is he up here? The thing is, he's just gonna bleed my bum. How much is Morkvarg? Morkvarg's 13. That ought to be good enough. Now, if he passes, we're obviously gonna play Morkvarg here to win this. That was never in question. Can we bleed? I think we can bleed for short round, because as long as we have the Gedineth, we should be good in the short round, I'd say. Now we need to find Ermion here. Ermion is definitely very important. Okay, maybe 2 Freya's Blessings is a bit overkill. Bear. Oh boy. No, Ermion is really, really bad, you know? But I think we keep bleeding here. That's a Giga Scorpion all day. Absolutely no question about it. Alright, Mata. So it gives me the Stunning Blow back. Guess good that we mulliganed it. Okay, there's Vernisil. I think I play for Triss now. Onto this. Okay, he doesn't play any spells. Not even like a Waylay or something. Is he not a leader? No, he's gonna use this. Okay. Means he can't kill the second one. Muhahaha. We don't have Ermion! We don't even have marching orders. We have nothing, actually. Alright, there's Yais and Grim. I'm not gonna accept going a card down here. It's not too bad. He's got the Igni. If he wants it. Yeah, he's got the Igni. And he wanted it. Alright, we got Igni out. Problem is, obviously, we kind of need Ermion and Svalbard Priest at the same time, which is pretty hard. So we got Mata. We got this. Is Ermion our highest provision card? He actually is. So we can Mata. Okay. We also have Priest now. Okay, that's great. That is great. Absolutely fantastic.
Let us sing the song of steel.
Do we Mata for Ermion? Or do we Like, Ermion's a Delirium here. I guess I just Ermion for Delirium here. If he has like Karathi Heatwave on this, I would actually be it would actually be kind of mad. I have to develop my Priest engine before I play Mata as well. It does prolong the round quite a bit. So good. Oh god, no! I countered by one card. Jesus, that is so bad. Nice. Okay, I don't know. She's not gonna run artifact removal anyway. Oh no, this is really, really bad. We're gonna lose. So next card's 8 plus 6. 14. We're already down by 6. That's pretty bad.
We serve her who is virgin, mother, and crone.
Oh, we don't even have that card again. Oh yeah, because we had to resurrect this. I forgot. Forgot we didn't actually have this card. Nice, good job, boys. Yeah, and this is also my problem with this deck. It's so draw dependent. One of the most draw dependent decks actually. We actually this is actually kind of close though. It was actually kind of close, so do have to point that out. All right, so this was actually my first time playing with this, so please don't judge that it wasn't the greatest performance for this deck. But you can't really talk about the Gedineth artifact without actually talking about the whole deck around it, because you don't play this artifact in any other Skellige deck apart from this deck, realistically. And I would say the weakness of this deck is it is incredibly draw dependent. You need Crow Mother and Ermion in like earlier rounds. You want them to die. You want them to be on your board in early rounds for the carryover of the Second Wind or of the Crow Mother alone. And that is just not a good deck, in my opinion. If a deck is like very draw dependent on 2 cards, technically 1 very much so. Like even with Marching Orders, there's times when you just don't draw Marching Orders or Ermion, and that just puts you at a huge disadvantage. These type of decks are very good if they work, and if certain conditions are met, and your opponent's... Like, we could have won that game a card down if we had Ermion in the graveyard. I'm gonna be honest here. Like, he did not have the greatest of hands in round 3. But the artifact itself is really crazy if it actually does go off, if you actually do have the Ermion in your graveyard for the Second Wind. As I said, if we're talking about this artifact, there's no way we cannot talk about the deck around the artifact within the Skellige faction. And that is why this is only 2nd place. Now, number 1... pretty obvious which one it is. Masquerade Ball Nilfgaard. Let's go. This is the best of these scenario cards. If I'm fully honest, the reason why this is number 1 is simply because Nilfgaard right now is probably the best faction. Not sure. It's very close between it and Scoia'tael, but I would say Nilfgaard... maybe Scoia'tael has the edge, but I would say that this Masquerade Ball is definitely better than the Feign Death. And it's simply because... if you manage to spawn even just 1 Fangs of the Empire, that's good enough for Nilfgaard, because Nilfgaard does really rely on these poison tags or just statuses nowadays. And playing 2 within the chapters is also really, really nuts. And you can actually get this also during the same turn, and I will show you in the deck how to. So this is the deck. It's a sort of mid-rangey Nilfgaard poison list. You know, the typical ones. It's not the one that I made a deck builder around, because that one is a bit too reliant on poison, but this one's a bit more, you know, consistent all around. It's still got that really heavy control thing going on, but the power cards, obviously Nilfgaardian Knight and Artfane Tortoise, there's obviously a lack of proactive plays, and I do have to admit that is a lot of the times the case. But as I said, you can actually get the Masquerade Ball up in the same turn if you play Roderick into Joachim. Now this requires a bit of luck, but even then, if you just play Strategic Withdrawal and then play the Roderick from your hand, you can simply just trigger Chapter 1, which is, in this case, honestly good enough. Like, getting just to Chapter 1 with this is absolutely bananas, and let's just see how we do with it, honestly. Uh-oh. I wasn't looking. What are we playing against? Mobilization. Okay. Northern Realms. Ooh, actually we're kind of unfavored against Northern Realms. I do realize that. I do have to watch out here. Yeah. So False Theory could be good though. For maybe... I mean, False Theory is actually kind of powerful to remove the bombardment. Pew pew! Huh. This is a weird one. I think I'll play for Mata here. I'll find Vincent. I could play for Winston this round. It's actually not too bad. Okay. He's playing this back row. That's actually okay. I'm gonna play my Carcass now. Yeah, I think I play for Vincent this round. I don't have good poisons here in my hand right now. This is my only poison punish, so I can just play it for a crazy amount of points. Okay. I can kill this ballista. Winning on even could be pretty good. We can try and win on even here, actually. Oh, Jesus. Well, this right now is 13. I could also play for Roderick this round. I don't think this guy has artifact removal. Whoa. I like Vilgefortz in this situation.
Quite the menial task.
Oh, we got Triss out as well. That's pretty powerful. Is he gonna pass here? We could have actually also gone for Morale. I think Morale actually would have been better than Vilgefortz. Okay, Mata. Oh. Oh. Mata. Give me that. That forces the pass. That should force the pass, right? Alright. Good stuff. I think we can bleed. We should be able to, right? We want to find soldiers, obviously, here. If not, we actually have to mulligan to Ramon. This could be a bit awkward, though. Oh, we found a soldier. Sweet. That is very good. Oh, and we also found poison as well. Oh, this hand's actually nutso. I can actually bleed with this hand fully. Nice. Okay, let's go.
History shall remember the art of being.
Oh, Philippa? Oh, no. Philippa. I think I just played enough Guardian Knight, though. See what he does after that. Why would he Philippa that? That's such a bad Philippa as well. I guess he's playing for Strategic Withdrawal. I think I Siri this. I don't need Siri for the artifact removal. It's an 8-point Siri. It's okay. I want him to play like a nice little juicy card here. If not, then we just play Van Morlen, Cupbearer. Okay, that's not that juicy. I guess we just do this. I think we go for Smork here, basically. The Smork's alright. The Smork seems alright here. The Smork seems very doable. Okay. Okay, he's actually hit this. That's actually good for us. Because we can just strategic withdrawal it. So we play for Masquerade Ball. And then we play this. We play for Joachim. And it's gonna give us poison into poison. Hell yeah! Give me that. Thank you very much. I'll take that all day, every day. And that should be a pretty good Smork then. Next up, we have to Vincent this, and then use poison on like something else. Oh, Baron. 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 That's beautiful. Yeah, we just Smork here. This is a pretty good Smork, I'd say. We play for this then, and then we got the poison on the end as well for a nice little points. Unless he has Purify, obviously, but I don't see him having Purify here. He knows what my last card is, right? He should know what my last card is. Sure, that's pretty good. I think I still win here. Like, this is pretty... that's a lot of points I got here. He still has leader, though. Okay, there's Siege. It's a bit, I'd say that's a bit late for your Siege. But what do I know? Okay. This bombardment's pretty good. Oh. Yep, he did it. So we couldn't Smork entirely, but we still got some pretty good cards here. I would love Morale or Yennefer's Invocation. Morale's good. Invocation is good. This is also kind of good because it gives us a nice little morale. Or Invocation. I'm actually going to keep this hand. Maybe Assassination would have been better. What do I know?
Praise be to the great sun!
Okay, he's giving us 4 bleeding. What's his last card? If it's oil, we lose. This is interesting. I guess I go for greedy play here. And assume he doesn't have oil. But he probably has oil. Because if it's oil, we lose the game. Okay, we win. Nice. Nice. Okay. Alright. Good stuff. So this game alone just really showed how powerful this Masquerade Ball actually is. We were a card down, and then we had to force out his Siege, which was pretty powerful, but it was a bit too late when he played it. So in the end, I mean, he won the round 2, but we were a card down. It was actually kind of close. We were able to really smork this guy and force out the short round out of him, which is really powerful against Siege because Siege has a lot of these low provision machines which don't do that well in the short rounds. So this is very good if you have a deck that also plays for short rounds, and Nilfgaard has a pretty decent short round. It's not the greatest, but it has a pretty okay one. I think the only downside of this would be that the Aristocrat tag is not too common amongst Nilfgaard cards, but the cards that do have the Aristocrat tag in Nilfgaard are pretty powerful. To summarize the ranking, in 6th and last place we have Passiflora from Syndicate. In 5th place we have Haunt from Monsters. In 4th we have Northern Realms Siege. In 3rd, we have the Scoia'tael Feign Death. 2nd place is Skellige's Gedineth. And last and definitely not least, 1st place is the Masquerade Ball of Nilfgaard. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to add any more of these scenario cards in future expansions. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But for the moment, I'd say this is a pretty fair ranking for it. Maybe you disagree with maybe Siege and Feign Death. They're pretty similar. They have both their upsides and both their downsides. But this is my ranking, so really it's just my opinion and how I want to play the game, and I think that's pretty much how I would rank them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe for more Gwent content, and I'll see you soon.